What's going on, Bull fam? What is going on, RWA? Your boy, Jordan Trask, back for another video here. So today this is Vikings hate week. So the 0-2 go against the 0-2. Who will win, or who will go in 3 for reason? For the people who are asking who's gonna go 0-3, it could be us or them. It could be our Chargers, or it could be theirs as the Vikings. So to the Bull fam, to all the Bull fam, to my fellow Charger fans, Charger Nation, Charger fans, Bolts Nation, to Modog, Julius Mattia, Anthony Mattia, Sony Mattia, and Oceanside Boy 760, LA Original, and I, and Modog, of course, Modog, yeah, and Dizzy, yeah, you know who. So anyway, you guys, I want to get into this, the hate week for the Minnesota Vikings. So to the Viking fans, I know is Alex Connolly, because I know his video about his Minnesota Vikings continent was Alex Connolly, so I know him because he's the biggest Vikings fan. Everyone talks about him. It's just him who is a Vikings fan. So his name's Alex Connolly, but his name's Alex. So you go Brandon Staley against Kevin O'Connell, because especially Justin Herbert against Justin Jefferson with Keenan Allen, and then Derwin James, and Jordan Addison, Kirk Cousins. Yeah, and you know, that's why the Vikings took the trade from the Rams with Cam Akers. So Vikings lost a lot of pair of these guys, but we have Eric Kendricks. It's his homecoming game for the first time against his old team, and Troy Reader, he's facing us too, because he's on the Vikings now. And you know, you have no Patrick Peterson, because he's already went to Pittsburgh. And then for all of us, we have Nick Williams as Mike Williams, and also Quentin Johnson. So lost Dalvin Tomlinson. So I suggest you have more guys. And then you have Sonny Samuel Jr., Alohi Gilman, Sebastian Joseph Day, Morgan Fox, Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack. So we're 0-2, so does the Vikings, because they're 0-2 too, because they lost last week to the Philadelphia Eagles, because they lost to the Eagles last week, since we lost to the Tennessee Titans last week. But who goes 0-3? It could be us as the Chargers, or it could be on them as the Minnesota Vikings, because you know, it's only us for the Chargers to go 1-2 if Vikings go 0-3. Because, you know, can't keep up with Brandon Staley, because I don't know what the hell is he doing with all that. Because, you know, to the Minnesota teams I can stand for and cannot stand for. Let's go with the Minnesota Twins. I can't stand the Twins because I'm an Anaheim Angels fan compared with the San Diego Padres, because I hate the Minnesota Twins because of Carlos Correa. Because my Angels team owns the Twins since 2002 American League Championship Series. And let's go with the Minnesota Wild. I'm an Anaheim Ducks fan. I can't stand the Minnesota Wild because now they have the former Duck on the Wild, Pat Maroon. And we own the Wild since the 2007 Stanley Cup playoffs in the Western Conference. And the Minnesota Timberwolves, I cannot stand them anymore because I probably dislike the Timberwolves as a LA Clipper fan. The Minnesota Golden Gophers, despite on college football teams that everybody cares is Minnesota Golden Gophers because they want to stand or not stand for. Minnesota United FC, I'm a Galaxy fan of LA because I can't stand Minnesota United. And one more, Minnesota Lynx to Women's National Basketball Association. To everyone who's a LA Sparks fan, who is a Sparks fan and they can't stand the Lynx. So when I get to talk about everything, when we go 1-2 with a win over Minnesota, because that Vikings team isn't good, because last 2 weeks you lost to Baker Mayfield's Tampa Bay Buccaneers team with Mike Evans, and the last week you lost to Philadelphia Eagles with Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, and then also Kayvon Wallace and Hassan Riddick and Jake Elliott and Nick Sirianni's Philadelphia Eagles team, and DeAndre Swift. So you lost the Eagles last week, but so did us. We lost 2 weeks to Miami. Can't talk about it. And last week we lost to Tennessee. Can't talk about it either, because it's all about us going 1-2 this week against the Vikings before we go 2-2 against the Raiders, because Chandler Jones is already going to be not playing week 4 against us. So, but to the Chargers team, we gotta go 1-2 before we go 2-2. Before we go on a bye week, and next 3 weeks we're playing is the Dallas Cowboys, because I know people ever dislike and hate the Dallas Cowboys because they're America's team. Whoever cares? And then the Chiefs, and then the Chicago Bears, because the New York Jets, Detroit Lions, Green Bay Packers, who else? Baltimore Ravens, especially, and the New England Patriots, and especially the Denver Broncos, the Las Vegas Raiders, and then the Buffalo Bills, the Broncos again, and then the Chiefs at the end. So I compare this Chargers team going against Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson. So with Michael Davis, and then also compare it up with one of our guys, much compared with Eric Kendricks, so he might come back with Chris, especially the Chris Rumpf. And Eckler, just Austin Eckler, our guys are running back, because he might come back anytime when he's soon, because there's no timeline on the injury when his return starts, because it's all about us, all of our time to go 1-2 against this Vikings team. So yeah, so anyway, you guys, especially before I go, good game to the Titan fans, to Titan Anderson, Billy Scott, and to the Minnesota Viking fans. We play them since I know the Viking fan named Alex Connolly. He's the biggest Vikings fan because he loves Minnesota, and he's a big Vikings fan. Everyone knows Alex Connolly, because I saw a lot of his videos of his reaction of the Blair Walsh missed field goal, because But to the Vikings, you have more Super Bowl appearances than us, because both of us don't have Super Bowl rings. We might get one soon, right after Buffalo or Cincinnati wins it all, after Kansas City wins it all, or it could be Philly who could win it all, or it could be the other teams that can win it all if it's Baltimore, especially not Jacksonville. But anyway, you guys, before I go, I'm going to head out. But let's go 1-2, or they go 1-2. So it could be us, or it could be them to the Vikings is us for the Chargers. So anyway, you guys, I'm heading out. Your boy, George Trask. Peace out, bolt up, and let's go Chargers. Let's go 1-2 against those Vikings. So peace out, folks, and bolt up.